Oh, yes, sir. It's the New Movement Live. DJ Drewski, I'm in the building. The King of Pain.
Yes.
Harlem's own Knocka's here.
Yes.
He got the new record out, Bad For Me.
That's right.
He went all the way to Honolulu.
Yes.
To get fly on this.
Yeah.
Why Honolulu? Let's talk about the video first before we get into the other music.
Well, I was staying in Wakulla, which is like 45 minutes from Honolulu, and Honolulu is the actual city where you could actually buy clothes. It's more things. Honolulu is more of a not a private, but it's more of an island where it's for vacationing only. So I would have never got city views. I would have never got. So it's a small private jet that you got to take. Not private. I keep saying private. It's a small jet you got to take. That's like 45-minute commercial. It takes like 45 minutes from Wakulla to Honolulu. And also, the videographer was in Honolulu because he initially only shoots weddings. So I had to come to him out there in Honolulu, and the females was more in Honolulu too.
Right.
I had to book a female in there.
So was it like a last minute? Yo, I'm here. It's so beautiful. I'm shooting a video.
Yeah.
So this wasn't planned prior to going to Hawaii, nothing.
If that was the case, I would have brought one of my videographers out there with me. You know, it wasn't that. It was strictly for vacation purposes only.
And you have a feature on this record too, right?
On this record?
There's no features yet.
That's all me. Yeah, that's me on her too.
Oh no, because I heard behind the scenes he said someone gave him a record. I thought it was like to this.
Oh no. Yeah, no, not this. This yeah.
So we'll get to that.
All right.
But the beat on here, people would say, yo, Pop Smoke did that, right? Because that just came out. But you told me, yo, I had this a minute ago. This was before Pop dropped his record.
This before Pop passed, rest in peace, you know?
Right.
This was 3 years ago. This audio is actually on YouTube, Spotify, everywhere in the world.
Right.
As far as streaming platforms, 3 years ago. And
Dated.
If you look it up,
Stamped.
Yeah, stamped. Like 3 years ago. I literally had this audio out, but I don't have the level of publicity and that Pop Smoke have. We're not the same artist. He's much bigger than me, so of course it's gonna overshadow me. But no, and I love his record too. That's my, you know.
Of course, yeah.
So, but I had it way before he dropped it.
But you said, yo, it's done. I have it. I'm gonna shoot a fly video to it.
You cannot allow no one to distract your primary purpose. I have a goal. I had a vision for this record. I'm not gonna stop it because rest in peace with anybody.
Right?
Else,
Yeah,
you know.
Of course.
So I gotta go now. And then I do everything myself. So I had to. I gotta push. I gotta go. I can't let what somebody else got going stop my train. You know.
For people that just get in tune with Knocka and the music, how long have you been doing it?
I've been doing it for 13 years. My first record was with Nicki Minaj and Max B.
Free Max B.
Free Max B. Yeah, me and Nicki Minaj had a great relationship in the beginning till we had like this little fallout, and then me and Max was always cool. That's my guy. That's my dog. To be real with you, I ain't speak to him during these situations. I had legal situations myself.
Got it.
That's not even an excuse. I just was just continuing to focus on what I had to do. Not like we was Ace Boom Coons, but he gave me a verse, so I'm always locked in with him. You know what I'm saying? Same with Nicki, and they both posted it on their pages. You know when it dropped. That kind of got me kind of really buzzing around Harlem as far as for music. I was already known for other extravagant, flamboyant,
Harlem shit,
Harlem stuff. Yeah. So after that, I picked up. Then I just started grinding. Then I fell. I went to jail. I went to the feds for bank fraud, and it had set me back. But when I came back out, I started going viral again. I started doing other records.
Were you writing music while you was sitting down?
Yeah, constantly. I literally when I walked into the feds, it was a wise guy, and his name was like Charles. That's his real name, but he had a Chuck Parself, and Chuck told me, he said, you could even take this time to use it as he said jail could be a fool's playground or a wise man's college. And literally, I got my GED. I was reading every book. Any book you could think of, I literally read an hour when I wake up to this day and an hour before I retire at night to this day. And my favorite author is Napoleon Hill, but I'm really, really big on self-help. But I'm also switching lanes with the books. I'm starting to like human psychology and things.
Right. Because you didn't shout out Napoleon Hill in your record. You shouted out. No, it was another author you shouted out.
Napoleon Hill. Oh, yes. Art of War, Sun Tzu. Yeah, listen.
Yes. Yeah. Because you definitely said in one of the records, you did 4 years in jail. You could have done 4 years at Yale.
Feeling like no one safe. Word to Pop Smoke. I read The Art of War. Now I'm feeling like Picasso. Picasso was the artist, and
of course,
Art of War. Picasso. And then I said, you ain't go to college, but you did 4 years in jail. You could have got
2 degrees,
doing 4 years in Yale. And then after that, I said we make the worst life decisions, and that's all just basically letting you know, like if you know, I got this rhyme where I said, ain't no doctors where I come from. How can we become one?
Right.
And if you just take your time, take your time and just listen to the sound knowledge that I'm providing this kid. Just pay keen attention. You'll see that literally I'm teaching something here, and it's passion. It's nothing that's just flowing. I'm literally schooling you. If you could give me a second, I'm doing the best I could do to give you my outlook on life.
Right. Do you feel sometimes it's hard for people to just give that second when they listen to music and they could learn something? I feel like if they, like you said, just give me that second. But I feel like sometimes people they don't want to be taught. Like they don't want to, they just want to, when they listen to music, want to party. They just want to turn up.
I feel like this is part of the interview with artists that's lyrical and myself.
Well appreciated.
Yeah, they start to blame other people, Right. And I'm gonna tell you literally right now, I'm not one of the guys that look at what any other music got going out there. Let me tell you something. Whatever I'm lacking in, as far as I'm not on the biggest enough stage, or I don't have a big enough fan base to influence more. It's a wrongdoing I'm doing in my behalf. I went with this myth where self-help, right, which literally doesn't exist. It's a myth, right? There's no one person recorded on earth that made it theirself 100%, whether it's consumers, customers, people helping men. You need people, and I do everything Drewski, I literally...
No, I said when you walked in, I said, yo, before I lock the door, anyone else coming in? You said, nah, I'm by myself.
By myself.
I moved Dodo.
By myself. And that's literally what I'm talking about, from directing my own videos, to paying for everything, studio, writing, recording, traveling. I do everything out of my own pocket because I can trust me. People are not going to see your vision how you going to see your vision. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just a lack of trust why I don't have a team. It's just... these people out here ain't hungry enough. It's too many distractions that's pushed in their face, from Instagram to females to, it's so many distractions to designer, to clothes, to change jewelry. All of this is distractions they want us to be comfortable with the crumbs. We out here, we flaunting 10, 15, 20,000 like as if this is money. This ain't money. Let's go get the real money. And but people don't like to put the work in,
Have you tried? Do you feel like you gave certain people, so you haven't never even attempted to put someone down or give them a position where they have responsibilities for your career?
When it was 50 of us, that's when I started the crew called MDB, and it was 50 people, literally anybody in Harlem that wanted to be down, come to me. It was literally 50 of us, and I took care of them, and it was called $1 Million Babies, and this is where A$AP Rocky was under me too.
Got it.
And to be real with you, I had $1 million at this time from a lawsuit that I inherited. I had no financial intelligence, I never read on financial literacy and didn't know about stocks policy. So I went broke. And
how long did it take for you? Because I heard you saying in another rap, I blew $2 million, but it's okay. I'm a 30-70.
30, right.
But how long, like for people that never touched that type of money, how long do you think it took for you to blow that?
From reckless spending, from 2006, I went broke in 2012. Like 2012, when I walked into the Louis store and I tried to make a purchase, and they kept telling me my car was declining, and I'm literally so arrogant because that money changed me badly. It made me a devil. Not a devil. I was a great person, but I'm talking about it made you extremely cocky, especially when you coming from poverty. You're not used to having people. So in 2012, I went in the Louis store and they told me it was declining. That's when I found out that it was over, and I had to figure out another way, and that's how I joined Bank for.
Do you feel like you lost some friends in that 6-year gap?
All of them. But I learned something. I read this book, right? And in the book it said, when you got money, everything that's happening for you, the people that's around you, everything, it's just your time, right? You're just in that position.
That moment.
The love isn't, it's not genuine. None of, and that gave me so much, and it encouraged me, and it also boosts me up to understand, like, listen, enjoy the money, enjoy it. And when people being nice to you and open up your doors and everybody want to come around you, don't think it's you, right? It's what money comes with it. Yeah. That's it. And I watched this also interview with Weezy when he said, like, a lot of artists isn't passionate for music. They like what music does for them, as far as the women, the da-da-da-da. So you're not really into the music. You like the outcome.
Right.
And all of this right here just gives me, this is why I love reading, but that's what gives me sound knowledge to understand that it was just my time. When I had the $1 million and 50 people was around me every single day, and I'm feeding all of them and clothing all of them and shelter them, I realized it was just my time. So when the money went, they went.
Right.
You lose power, you know what happens, you fade.
Because you mentioned A$AP Rocky real quick. What was the relationship with A$AP Rocky then and then now?
Well, A$AP Rocky was my right-hand man. I met him when we was 16. I used to fight for Rocky. We had this strong bond. Like, we used to, man, you couldn't touch Rock. Like, you touch Rock, it was lit. Like, this was my everyday partner. You know, his mom to this day is my mom. You know, his sisters is my sisters. And Rocky had got discovered before me. I was the spotlight, and then Rocky got discovered before me.
Got it.
And he would call me in the beginning, and you know, he would tell me a bunch of lies, you know, basically like, yo, I'm gonna get you on this mixtape. The mixtape will drop, I'm not on it. Yo, I tell him, yo, bro, let me come to this video shoot. Nah, the video shoot's only me in it. I look at the video, the whole A$AP is in it. Right. And then they had asked him in an interview one time, like, yo, bro, when your brother died, who you start chilling with after? And he told me, and he told the interviewer A$AP, and I called him Drewski, and he said, hey, Knocka, that shit was cut, man. That's not what I said. And I knew he was lying, because you know I always was into film, so I would have seen the cut. You see the cut when it's a cut. You see a blank, a quick blank. And I watched that video, and then after that I made a diss record, and then that's when I was wrong. You know, I was wrong.
You never before you go forward, because you know you read books, so you know you never checked them at that point and told them how you felt?
Yeah, I told him how I felt.
Before the diss record?
No. Prior to that, he knew how I felt, because he always was, to this day in my inbox, that's my dog now, that's my dog. Yeah. But to this day, in my inbox, he'll say, yo, Knock, I was coming to get you. And I felt like I wasn't the person you were supposed to come get. You were supposed to come get them, you know? Even though I wasn't around you at that stage where you was popping, I was grinding, you was grinding. But our relationship was our relationship. And, you know, he saw it different. So he just felt like, yo, Knock, I'm coming to get you, you know? And I felt like, you know, but he told me this after the diss record. And then that's when we was feuding badly. And then we got, like, my mom passed, and then he reached out to me, Drew, and then we talk, like, all the time now.
Right. And that probably comes with maturity, going through those stages. Because like you said, when you got your first
jealousy. Yeah. Jealousy, Drew. One thing I ain't going to do in this interview is sit down and lie to you. I was jealous. You know, and I think a lot of people are afraid to say, you know what jealous means? Jealousy got this pessimistic view on it. Jealousy can be optimistic, if you will. Listen to this. If I see envy, if I see Drewski with a brand new if I see Drewski with a brand new Maserati outside, and I get jealous, oh man, he got a Maserati, I want that Maserati for myself. Jealousy just means whatever you have, I'm upset because I want it for myself. Now, envy means I want to hurt you. That's where envy came from. The envy means I want to hurt you for yours. You know what I'm saying? That's when it becomes wrong. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, if I'm jealous because you in love and I'm looking, let's say I've been looking for love, and you're gonna get jealous over anything that brings that when you passionate over something, but don't confuse passion with desperation. Be passionate, don't be desperate. So when you got a passion and somebody has achieved this goal before you, of course you upset. You know what I'm saying? Right. Especially if he was just under you and that turbo just turned so quick. That's why you gotta be humble.
So, but now we're good. Everything's good.
That's my dog. That's my dog, and my DMX voice get well soon. Yeah, that's
is there any bit of jealousy left?
No more 0%.
Jealousy.
I don't. Somebody else's blessings is their blessings, and I'm wise enough now. So we only move off when you see these kids making the decisions that they make and doing the things that they do. Most of the time, these things is being done because they don't understand, they don't know. So you got to be taught something. Now that I'm taught and I know better, it's over. Now I know how to, you know, definitely move and control my feelings, and I understand that emotions cloud reason. So as a boss, my own person, I know that I gotta make more wise, accurate decisions than to be moving off emotions. Right.
And I'm glad that you guys were able to grow out of that. You know what I'm saying? Mature and say, you know, we was bugging, whatever. Now let's get back to business.
And I think that's the problem with this generation. They don't know how to. Same thing with me and Nick Bucks.
Right.
You know,
me and
Nick Bucks. That's my guy. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know, at all. And just
Knocka, why you always you getting everyone tight?
Yeah,
Nicky,
seriously.
A$AP Rocky.
To be real with you, is like we never even had words. He from my hood, and you know, he actually did a record when he said we ain't know what Maury's was. We was trying to be like Knocka. You know, he told me, like, and when I spoke to him, he said things in confidence I don't want to say, and I realized my wrongdoings. And that's the thing with me. When you fall out with me and I did something wrong, man, I ain't about to sit up here and make no excuses for my wrongdoings. I'm about to tell you I'm wrong and let me make this right. And I ain't about to sit up there and tell you, let's jump into a record or let's go. No, let's work on the relationship first. Right. And then whatever we do from there is what we do from there.
Because there's a lot of talented artists, especially now, you know, this generation of Harlem. Because like you mentioned, Rocky, we got Ferg. I don't know your relationship with Ferg.
Me and Ferg, cool. Ferg, out of the whole A$AP, Ferg was the first one to really explain the story and say, look, I met Rocky from being Rocky was MDB and I was down with a team called HMV. And Ferg, to me at that time, to my opinion to this day, he's the realest out of them. As far as speaking on his past, I don't know his personal, but you know, like
as a human,
as what he's more really gonna give you is gonna be the core truth. That's it. He's gonna tell you exactly what happened, what transpired, and there's no filter on him.
How about Dave East? That's another.
That's
Harlem
my dog. He gave me a free verse, man. He invited me down to a show. He sit up there in my face. He told me, "Yo, Knock, man, you blew an M." This is what Dave East told me. I never forget. He said, "You blew $1 million, man. Me and my dudes in Queens used to watch you, and I tell you one thing, bro. You gonna get back." And he said this though, "You blew $1 million. People never even touched it." You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And it goes into that whole quote when he say, "Would you rather have had and lost or not had at all?" You know, I'd rather have and lost. You know what I'm saying? Because I
you could say it, you could talk about it,
right?
But when you get it again, you know what not to do.
Yes, but after losing it, it gave me ambition. But some people, you know, they turn to drugs, they turn to, you know, because that having fame and I don't know what's fame. I would say popularity.
Right.
Having popularity and then losing it could drive you so. And then the streets, they ain't gonna treat you nice. They gonna remember how you was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got.
They waiting for that moment too.
Oh, they can't wait.
They waiting for that. Who else in Harlem? We got young TJ Porter.
That's my little homie. He's from Wagner. Parself. He's from Taino, which
you
is
from Wagner.
I'm from Wagner. Yeah.
Right.
He's from Taino, which is across the street, and him too. You know, like that's my little bro, and we have a dope rapport, and I link up with him. I'm believe it or not, I'm a lot of these artist consultants too. You know,
right.
They call me, you know,
on the low. On
the low,
Knocka.
yeah, straight up. I speak to them and, you know, give them game and give them my experience. But TJ, he's kind of young, so he's in that mode where I don't want to say too much, but he's in that mode where you can't tell him too much. He gonna do what he please.
Right. But shout out to TJ Porter.
Shout out to TJ.
Any other young Harlem artists or just New York artists that not that even you got relationships with that you just watching
Zay.
that you would work with?
Zay, and I was trying to hit you to get Zay up here, man. That kid right there, man. Yo, Envy, that kid something special, and it's like, because I get to see behind the scenes of him, you know, and to watch his grind and go out there and you know, he has a team called Jet Gang, but he's also focused on. He also does his own thing. You know,
of course.
And I ain't gonna lie, man, that kid right there, I think he got what it takes.
Nah, I'm definitely in tune with Jet Gang Zay.
I know I be seeing
that's
you
my guy.
Yeah,
that's my
guy. And
guy.
we've been definitely trying to hit you to get him down here. And you know, that's my little bro. So I hit up some platforms that I know to try to get him down, because Zay cocky. You know, he ain't reaching out. Now, he told me to reach out to you, but to these other stuff, he ain't reaching out. He gonna tell somebody, yo, I need somebody to do this for me. So I just come up with the idea and I just make the rest of it. And I'm not his manager or nothing. You know, I just
big
that's
homie.
my guy. Yeah. So you know, and him too. You know, anything now. If I see a person I need help and I got the potential, man, I'm jumping in. I don't want nothing from you. I want you to go, young man.
Right.
And that's the thing, you know, all these kids shooting video. And that's the let me say.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you slide one more time. This is the last time you're gonna call me.
That was the second time.
That's the third time.
Third time? Oh,
Hood
shoot.
is out back there.
Drewski.
Because now I'm getting jealous.
My fault. Because
my jealousy is gonna turn into envy.
Envy, right. You know, it's so crazy, that conversation is probably why I'm slipping out. But Drew, look.
That's all good, Rocky.
So look, Drew, like a lot of these videographers be having problems. And if you're watching this out here, I want y'all to understand. Let the videographers be videographers. There's a lot of neighborhood beef that's they get into it with the videographer from going from location to location to shoot videos. If a videographer is shooting a visual for your opponent, he got paid for that.
Right.
And I feel like no one addresses this. And it's more serious than y'all can imagine. It's really serious. These cameramen are getting robbed, they're getting hurt, they're getting threats, and they literally just trying to feed their family. They're getting $600, $800. So if to all the young guys out there, whoever your beef is with, I won't promote beef at all. I don't try to stop it, of course, but let the videographers be videographers. And
the DJs too. Knocka.
And the DJ, that's too.
Because you wouldn't even understand. I get artists. You know, I'm cool with a lot of artists, right? So if I play a certain artist, you get the ops. Drewski, don't play that. You shouldn't be playing that. And I say the same thing. I try to explain, like, yo, certain people are in a position where they can't be biased. I'm not part of your gang. Or I'm not part of that. I'm just playing music. As a videographer, they're just shooting videos. That's what we do. That's our profession. That's our job. But like, I understand where you coming from as far as the young boys trying to like separate business and then with their street
And then you bring in dudes that's, that's not into the, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
From
right,
DJs too, like, yo, you play this person music, hey, look, just, if you linking up with Drew, if you linking up with a videographer, whatever business you got with them, keep your business with them. Don't worry about what they got, because you're not going to pay their bills.
Right.
You telling this DJ not to spend him or parts of, I can't even use that simple. You telling this videographer not to go, record this and but you're not gonna give him $600 and say, hey, don't go shoot that video.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he got to feed his family. You basically taking food from his mouth, and that's a message I feel like really need to get out of there, because a lot of DJs, a lot of videographers contact me, and they be telling me when I be shooting videos with them, and they be telling me like, yo, I can't go over here and shoot. I can't. And some of them, when you start throwing up whatever sign, whatever, because I'm not no gang. I'm no gang, but whatever sign you start throwing up in videos, some of them start editing it, because the sign that you throwing up is a diss to his block. You know what I'm saying? Right. So now, and it's too much. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like that's something that need to be addressed. And I'm not a videographer, but I have relationships with.
But I'm glad that you're open to speak on it. As an artist, you're still open to speak on it, because getting to know you, I think what you got going is bigger than just music. I can see at one point, and I don't know if you think about it, but signing some of these young kids to yourself, I don't know if that's something that you think about.
Well, first, I would want to be more financially stable before I even do that, and I also want to provide the best type of contract I could, and be in the best situation for the kid. A lot of these people be snatching up these young kids from their block that got talent, and they don't know what to do with them. So I feel like I'd rather help you right now for free than to lock you in,
promise you something,
or lock you into something that you can't. I can't.
Deliver on.
These people don't be having no networking skills. You don't have no context. You don't have no. There's nothing. There's no treatment for this guy's career. You just sitting on him and you playing this for your hood while you're smoking weed, sitting in the car saying, "Yo, he up next." It don't work like that, So before I do that, and I have the ability, because I have the impact on these, but I would never, because I'm a solid guy, and I stand firm on that, and I would never do that until I know what I can, to my best ability, provide for you. Then I would make that decision.
No, I say the same thing. People tell me the same thing. Yo, you should. I'm like, I'm not in that position to do that right now.
Hey, I respect you for that.
Yeah, but I can understand 100% where you're coming from when it comes to that. But back to your music. Bad for Me is out now.
Bad for Me is out now.
Is that like the focus? That's the single right now. That's the one we're going crazy with.
That's the one I'm promoting right now. But also, I'm kind of focused on like what I lacked in my career, Drew, was consistency, and right now I'm picking up more than ever. More extreme blessings is coming. More finances that came to me to put me in a predicament to where I'm able to do more now. So whenever I'm able to do more, I'm gonna do more. So I just shot 3 videos back to back just now. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just keep dropping. One of the guys that I speak to, we have a great relationship. Tom McDonald. I don't know if you heard of him.
The name sounds familiar.
This guy from Canada, man. This guy does like 9 million. It's just him and his wife. They are
good people.
He be making #1 billboards and all that
stuff,
like independent too. But me and him he's a controversial rapper too. He talks about politics and he be going crazy, hate, color. He started wilding. But as I see him, I just realized like I watched what he did, and I wasn't I didn't have enough. I didn't care to put my pride out there to take some of his strategies, and I see that he drops music, he lets it go, he's consistent. He doesn't put his albums on streaming. He put his singles on streaming platforms, but his albums, he actually packaged them and sends them. I'm talking about he got pictures with over 20, 30, 40,000 albums packaged in his house, being sent, delivered from hand to hand. So he's making 100% of the proceeds. And whenever I decide to do an album, if I'm still independent, then that's how I'm gonna move. But right now I'm just pushing music, and I want to push my content. And Bad for Me is like, that's the record I feel like fits this generation. To be honest with you, it's not who I am, but I was able to still be me on the record and do what I had to do.
Nah, I agree. So we look forward to. You're not gonna tell us the records you shot the videos to, right?
Yes.
Are you? Okay.
Lemon Pepper. I shot the video to Lemon Pepper.
Freestyle's
called Simple Minded. I shot a video to Love for the Streets. That's featuring Loopy, and I shot a video called Pain featuring D1.
All right. So we got that coming up. We're gonna look forward to that. How can people follow you and get?
Hey, my Instagram is Knocka YNTO. My Facebook, Knocka YNTO. My Twitter, Knocka YNTO. Hey, man, I always promote positive message. I could get you through so much thing. Right now, I'm trying to build a bigger platform so I could have more people to influence. So if you if you out there, just follow me. Just bear with me, support me, show that love, and I promise you, I'm gonna do what it takes.
Yeah, I feel like if they sat through this interview, they could see that positivity.
Thank you.
And you a changed man.
Yeah.
And we'll see when he gets his next M.
3 mistakes.
All right, Rocky. It was nice having you on the show. Knocka in the building, the New Movement Live. We out.